Heyo! What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Spiritual Sundays, where we break down the weekly gospel and find its message. I'm your host, Matthew Lei, a 混整 from TNTT, Zhangdang, Lianduan, Sinai. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a bonus video for this week. Today is November 1st, which is All Saints' Day in the Catholic Church. Yesterday, being October 31st, was All Hallows' Eve in the Catholic Church, the same day as the ever so popular holiday, Halloween. For today's video, we're going to take a dive into what All Saints' Day is, the history of All Hallows' Eve, and the connection between Halloween and the Catholic Church. So let's start off with first defining All Saints' Day. All Saints' Day, also known as the Feast of All Saints' Day, is the day where Catholics come and celebrate all the saints of the church, both known and unknown. All Hallows' Eve is simply the day before All Saints' Day, just like Christmas Eve is the day before Christmas. So where did Halloween come from? It all starts from the Celts, the people of the Celtic culture. Over 2,000 years ago, October 31st was the day the Celtic people celebrated the end of the harvest season. It was also the Celtic New Year, and was thought of as the day when ghosts of the dead would roam the earth, when the separation between living people and afterlife souls were very thin. They used to have many different rituals in order to send the dead back to the spirit world. However, this was a pagan holiday that did not involve the belief in Jesus or God. Go forward a few centuries, and eventually the Catholic Church would not approve of these pagan rituals, and so they formed All Saints' Day on November 1st. Back then, All Saints' Day was known as Hallowmas. Hallow meaning holy or saintly, and Mess meaning Mass of the Saints. Since November 1st was Hallowmas, this meant that October 31st was Halloween, meaning the day before. So this is the history of the naming and the origin. There's still a lot more here that's unknown, like where does trick-or-treat come from? Or a bunch of other things about Halloween, and there's some discrepancies about the origin here. Some say that trick-or-treat started with the Irish Halloween custom of little children playing pranks on their neighbors. Eventually, these pranks started to become dangerous acts of vandalism, and culprits demanded baked goods and candy in exchange for leaving a house alone. Eventually, during the 1950s, the violent aspect of this would die down, and the version of trick-or-treat that we have today began to form. Others believe a different story. When there was Catholic oppression in Europe, Catholics had something called Guy Fawkes Day, celebrating a certain individual and a group of individuals that had fought against the oppression that Catholics faced at the time. When Catholics celebrated Guy Fawkes Day, celebrators would put on masks and go to Catholic households, demanding treats and drinks for celebrating the holiday, essentially the trick-or-treat. Eventually, the origin of the celebration had been forgotten, but the trick-or-treat aspect had become so popular that it still remained as a tradition and became a mainstream custom. So that explains the trick-or-treat aspect of Halloween. But what about things like witches and evil spirits? So what about the dressing up as ghosts and things of the sort? Now earlier I mentioned that Celts believed that this day was the day when ghosts would roam the earth. In order to avoid interaction with them, one of the things that they would do was they dressed up with ghost masks and costumes, hoping that they would blend in with the other ghosts and not be paid attention to. In addition to this, they left food out on their doorstep to appease ghosts and have them go on their way. This may have played a factor into Halloween later down the line. Personally, I think dressing up to be something like a superhero is much cooler than dressing up as a devil or a ghost, and that would probably be safer in regards to religious rulings. Now, what about jack-o'-lanterns? This may have possibly come from Celtic tradition, where turnips were used as lamps in the olden days. Eventually, the custom migrated to North America, and the jack-o'-lantern became about. Now, what about these things about satanic rituals? It is true that there are some Satanists and cult followers who decide to have demonic rituals on this day of Halloween. In most cases, this does not involve the public, so most should be safe. However, it is important here to note that there may be high activity in some areas, and it is important to be aware of your community's situation. If it does so happen that they do happen to be active in your area, act with caution. It may be a smart decision to stay inside the day, and celebrate at home. Alright, to sum it up, Halloween is a historically confusing holiday. The majority of history research shows that this day had some minor pagan traditions, but it has been greatly changed by the acts of the Catholic Church and the customs of All Saints' Day, including the evolutionary changes that happened during the migration from the customs from nation to nation. It should be mostly harmless and innocent fun. But should one practice that in a way it could be dangerous, it would be best to avoid those customs and the people that are practicing such things. If you choose to abstain from any Halloween celebrations, I think you should be fine. And if you choose to participate, you should be in the green light zone as well. As a reminder, stay safe and have fun out there on this Halloween. Alright everyone, that's going to do it today for the special bonus episode of the Halloween coverage. I hope you all enjoyed it. Even though this crazy sickness is going around that prevents most people from trick-or-treating, I hope you still all have a great Halloween and an All Saints Day. Now, if you liked what you saw in the video, make sure you hit that like button down below, leave a comment about what you thought, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, and send this video over to someone that you think would gain some value. I'll see y'all in the next video. Take care, and God bless you. Peace!